Have you ever gotten lost in a book? Oh yeah, you adults have. You know, especially if you stumbled across this loser channel. But you younger kids, man, you younger kids, have you ever gotten lost in a book? And I'm talking to you young kids, like you high school kids. The odds on you getting lost in a book are, they're above 50% if you're in high school. Elementary school kids, lost in a book, is a phrase that may be a little weird for you. How can you get lost in a book? I mean, But this, Lost in a Book by Chris Britt, it takes that phrase and says, what if two kids liked reading a book so much they're in the library and they start reading a book and one of them gets lost in a book? Chris Britt does a great job with the art in this, and that's half of the battle, at least for us, because the two kids in the book, one of them disappears into the gutter of the book. That space in between the two pages disappears in the gutter of the book in short order, like in the first 2 or 3 pages. And the rest of the picture book, illustrated book, is spent with his buddy trying to get his friend out of the gutter. He calls in the fire department, police department, the zoo, all sorts of wacky things. And it's just fun, silly happiness. It accomplishes the most difficult thing that young readers are trying to get from their books, and that's entertainment, just the escape, the world escapeness. And man, that's a horrible way to phrase it, but it's an easy book to get lost in. Not to quote the book again, Chris. You got me quoting your book? How'd you do that? You're witchcraft. Stop it. But it's so darn clever because of the art. My Mad Magazine parents out there are going to love this too, because if you grew up with Sergio Aragones, I think is how you say his name. If you grew up with his art, that minimalist style of art, where the simplest little thing, the simplest little figure can be drawn in a relatively simple way. It's not realistic looking, but it's great art. And it's able to make you smile, or able to make you laugh. And that's exactly what Britt does with his characters in Lost in a Book. Just look at the cover. Look at that alligator. The alligator eating the egg. There's something funny about it. And when you combine that with the story of two kids entering a book, entering a library, and then one of the kids getting lost in a book, it kind of breaks that wall of entertainment. And kids are just going to, it's going to freak them out at first. And then they'll love it, and they'll read it again, and they'll learn to love reading, and they will eventually get lost in a book for real that's of a slightly higher reading level, those chapter books especially. Oh, that's the 500-pound gorilla, brother. Am I right? Lost in a Book is going to be a favorite book for some kids in that picture book age, be it between pre-K and 4th grade. It's that clever, it's great, and it will be on your forever bookshelf once you check it out. It's Lost in a Book by Chris Britt.